Yes, it's intensities out there, folks. Cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria. And through it all, I remain your humble host, the people's champion, 21st century digital boy, your good buddy in the mix, stunning and brave culture critic, trusted member of the media, and the world's last and best hope for peace, Shanghai Pete. So I'd like to welcome you all back to Degreelessness. Thank you so much for chilling with us tonight. It's been about 72 hours or so since we last spoke, and well, not much of any import has occurred. There have been a few things though, so I figured, I don't know, what the fuck else are we doing, right? First up, we've got a rare sight in these scandalous times, Nintendo. They apparently have been weathering some Animal Crossing riots, a kerfuffle, if you will, about restrictive local multiplayer and some island limitations. But I don't play Animal Crossing, I don't follow it, and I won't pretend that I know anything about it, so I can't speak to that other than to say whatever side or position the huge corporation is taking, in this case Nintendo, is the wrong one, and fuck them. There also have been some shenanigans involving the universally reviled, failing criminal video game retailer, GameStop. Now, just so we're clear, I managed a GameStop long ago, in a time best forgotten, and witnessed firsthand the abuse and callous indifference their employees were subjected to on a daily basis. So suffice it to say, when I say fuck GameStop and I hope they all go to hell, you can be assured that I am most definitely biased. Unfortunately, the shitty part about them closing over 300 stores is that all the guys working on the front lines there, the cashiers, managers, ASMs, etc., they're just regular people trying their best to earn a living and don't deserve the way they're being so casually dismissed and thrown to the wolves by their desperate and vile corporate overseers in what is obvious to everyone an utterly futile attempt to stave off the heat death of their entire business model. So, it sucks that we can't just enjoy the slow demise of GameStop for what it is because, well, the people that are really being affected here are everyday working class Americans and what's happening to them is awful and no one should take any joy in that. Though I'm sure the people at the head of GameStop certainly are. But we can at least hope that those people will lose some money and that this entire predatory business model will soon be gone forever. I don't think anyone's gonna miss getting only a few cents on the dollar for their games and then seeing them being sold back again for almost a full $60. Oh gee, thanks GameStop, what a wonderful service you're offering. I can save $5 whole buying a used copy of a game that's already been up someone else's asshole and God knows what else.
Please spare me.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. You won't be missed. Next up, we have a certain survey that Blizzard has been sending around to their WoW Classic players. It's about Classic Burning Crusade. Oh, fuck yeah, baby. Oh, yes, Dad. For those of you following or playing Classic right now, you know that while it's been divisive, which was inevitable, overall, unless you're a private server purist nutcase, if you're playing it, it's likely you're enjoying it. I know I am. In my view, this was the last good thing Blizzard would ever do. It's practically a miracle of biblical proportions that it's as good as it is. A last desperate gasp of a once beloved company before it was swallowed whole by the nauseating and gluttonous mass of corporate greed known as Activision. But now they're back to tempt fate in what seems like, I don't know, an effort to pull this off a second time. And you know what? I'm all about it. I've long since given up on Blizzard, and I no longer have any hope whatsoever that they'll ever release a genuinely good game again. Which is not to say that I don't pray Diablo 4 is great, or that if they eventually release a Warcraft 4 that it's awesome. But I mean, come on, just look at the disasters their recent releases have been. The odds of that ever happening again are practically zero. However, in my opinion, they can't get any worse either, so fuck it, let them try. The Burning Crusade was by far my favorite era of WoW, so if Blizzard wants to take a shot at bringing it back, knock yourselves out, chief. It should be pointed out that the only reason I'm not dismissing this out of hand is because I think they did do a great job with Classic, and if they manage that, it's at least possible that they could pull off a good recreation of BC. After all, the success of this stuff is predicated on the fact that they literally change as few things as is humanly possible. And Blizzard knows that. They already went through the hashtag no changes debacle during the months and years leading up to the release of Classic, and they are well aware that anything they change in the pursuit of increased MAUs or microtransactions or any other 2020 buzzwords out of our nightmares, it will do nothing but tank any potential next attempt at a nostalgia cash grab. So by some sort of twisted irony, it's the fact that these are re-releases of games made back when Blizzard wasn't a morally bankrupt orgy of mealy-mouthed corporate sycophants that will ensure Blizzard can't fuck them up. So again, I am going to make the perhaps obvious mistake of having a shred of hope and say, hell yeah, give us classic TBC, Blizz. And lastly, for those of you interested in which option from the survey I would prefer, it's the option that is closest to the way it was when TBC was originally released. No instant fucking 58s, alright? Fuck that. You can either bring over a 60 from your current server or level from scratch. No handouts or retail like boosts. Fuck no. I would be happy with either continue playing my current classic character on my existing server as it progresses to the Burning Crusade expansion with the option to transfer to a classic server that will never progress past 60. Or continue playing my current classic character on my existing server that will never progress past 60 with the option to transfer to a Burning Crusade server. It's honestly hard to say which would be best. Initially, I'd think the servers should just roll over to BC when it launches, but then you fuck up all the people who just want to play classic and only classic, and I think they should be able to do that. So then what's the alternative? Progress the server to BC, but make everyone who doesn't want BC exfer off to a new classic only realm? No. That sounds like too much of a logistic nightmare and it would fuck up whole economies. The answer is probably to make new BC servers and allow people who want to free exfers over to a BC version of their current server. Hard to say though, any option will I'm sure piss off some people. What do you guys think? Do any of you care enough about how to have an opinion? Let me know. Anyway, I think it's safe to say that that is quite enough ranting about World of Warcraft from me for one day. Thank you guys for chilling with us. We love you today. We love you all the way. Leave a comment down below, let me know what you think about all this bullshit. Do you care? Do you not give a shit? Let us know. And also be sure to click the like button and help us get a little more exposure and perhaps actually stand a chance of taking on the video game establishment. That would be pretty sick. And while you're at it, how about you subscribe too? Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. How about you do that? It'd be pretty sick. Yeah, you should subscribe.